I mean, there are good people everywhere, but the whole idea of good men showing up, when we acknowledge and when we recognize the fact that there are good men around, and when we do continue to show up, when we show up at events and we're cheering on our kids. I remember when I was in high school, man, and some of the kids in my high school at some of our sporting events. I remember the dads that were there. The dads that showed up. Like I remember, you know, I mean, I remember Mr. Jackson. I remember Mr. Turntine. I remember Mr. Pleasant. I mean, these are guys that nobody knows. I mean, now, but if they were happen to be watching this, they would know. Um, the dad that was cheering on his daughter at the tennis meet. I mean, whatever it is, man. And they're good men, and when we continue to show up, when we continue to do what we do, that's success. That's success for individuals, but that's success for us as men. And again, when the tide comes in, all boats rise. Yeah. When you think about like very successful people, I think about Michael Jordan. His father wasn't rich and famous, other than we would know him as his father. I mean, Shaquille O'Neal, these pro athletes or whatever. He didn't have his birth father in his whole life. He was raised by a stepdad, who was a sergeant in the military.